Have you ever wondered what God could do with your life if you simply gave Him what you have? No matter how small or insignificant it seems, when placed in God's hands, it can accomplish the extraordinary. The stories we've heard today of men like Billy Sunday, Billy Graham, and others remind us that God doesn't choose people because they are the most qualified or equipped. He chooses them because they are willing to say, "Here I am, Lord, use me." Billy Sunday was a baseball player with no formal training in theology. When left without direction, he could have easily faded into obscurity. But God had a plan for him. He took what little Sunday had, a handful of sermons, and used him to lead thousands to Christ. Similarly, Billy Graham was a young man, unnoticed and unknown, yet God's hand was upon him. It wasn't Billy's charisma or his planning that brought people to Christ. It was the power of the Holy Spirit. Graham himself said, "If we lose the wonder of it all, we might as well fold up, we're out of business." What he knew, and what we must remember, is that nothing happens without God's intervention. This truth is woven into every story of revival and transformation. Take the Welsh revival, for instance. No choir, no advertising, no elaborate programs. Just people who were hungry for God and willing to trust Him fully. They prayed with expectancy, believing that God would show up, and He did. Revival isn't about our strategies or structures, it's about surrender. It's about making room for God to move. In the story of the boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish, we see this surrender in action. That boy could have kept his lunch. It wasn't much, but it was enough for him. Instead, he placed it in Jesus' hands. And Jesus, the one who can multiply the smallest offerings, used it to feed thousands. What's even more powerful is that this miracle didn't just meet physical hunger. It revealed the heart of a God who is more than enough. So what about you? What do you have that you've been holding back? Maybe it feels too small, too insignificant to matter. But God doesn't measure value the way we do. He isn't asking you to be perfect or to have it all figured out. He's simply asking for your yes, whether you're young with your whole life ahead of you, or older. With just a few days left, your offering matters. Your willingness to say, "Lord, take what I have and use it for your glory," can change everything. This world doesn't need more plans or programs. It needs people who are willing to believe that God can do the impossible. It needs people who will leave room for a miracle. The engineers might still be drawing their bridge designs, but God is looking for the blacksmiths, those who will grab stones and logs and get to work, trusting that He will make it strong. Today, I challenge you to step out in faith. Don't underestimate what God can do through you. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions. Offer Him what you have, your time, your talents, your heart. And watch what He will do. Like the boy with his lunch, like Billy Sunday, like Billy Graham. Your surrender can become the seed of a miracle. Trust Him. Let Him use you. And when you do, you'll see that His plans are always greater than anything you could imagine. God bless you.